Software Engineering Methodology, Subject Code 19UIT 306, Course Instructor, Respected Mrs. Parameshwari, Assistant Professor of IT. Presented by V. Vinothini. In this video, we are going to see about risk management. So if you are dealing with any project, if you are going to develop any product, you can come across some risk. So that risk may be a positive or negative impact on the project. So if you succeed something by overcoming the risk, you will get a positive impact. If you want to try to solve the risk, sometimes it may lead to the negative impact on the project also. Now let's see what is risk. A risk is an uncertain event that may have a positive or negative impact on project. Then what about the risk management? The risk management is the process of identifying and migrating the risk. Then why it is important? Because it affects all aspects of your project. It is going to be affecting your budget, it's going to affect your schedule, sometimes it may be affect your scope. So that's why you have to be manage the risk very carefully. Now let's see about the risk management and its classification. A software project can be concerned with a large variety of risks. In order to be adapt to systematically identify the significant risk which might affect a software project, it is essential to classify risk into different classes. There are three main classifications of risk: project risk, technical risk and business risk. Project risk. Project risk is nothing but it concerns different form of budgetary, schedule, personal, resource and customer related problem. And the next one is technical risk. It concerns potential method, implementation, interfacing, testing and maintenance issue. Most technical risk appear to be development teams insufficient knowledge about the project. And the last one is business risk. This type of risk contain risk of building an excellent product that no one need, losing budgetary or personal commitment, etc. Let's see about the activities in risk management. There are 6 activities in risk management: plan risk management, identify risk, qualitative risk analysis, quantitative risk analysis, plan risk response, monitor and control risk. Now we will see about these risks in detailed manner. The first one is plan risk management. It is going to be analysis and decision making to implement risk management. The first thing, the plan. If you want to plan the risk management, what are the risks that are involved in the project? First you have to analyze the project and you have to make some decision to implement the risk management. So the next, stockholders will be there. The person who is to be affected if you are implementing the project means the person is maybe a manager, he is maybe a customer, he is anything. The stockholders will be involved in planning risk management because they are going to be affected if anything, if risk that may be positive or negative impact will be faced by the stockholders also. So we have to be involved to stockholders also in the planning of risk management. So the different error that may be affected by the stockholders or any of the organization or the customers or the software engineers are schedule risk, cost risk, qualitative risk, scope risk, resource risk, customer satisfaction risk. So if you want to plan the risk management, you have to take care about the risks that are involved while planning the risk management. So these are the qualities you have to be take care about planning the risk management. Now coming to the next risk in project management is the identify risk. So how they are going to identify the risk in project? So which risk has more probability of affecting the project, that we have to be identified first. So while dealing with the risk management, they have to check, that is one way of identifying the risk. So the information gathering, checklist, and also now you are going to be after identifying the risk. Actually, with the help of the information gather, you are going to be identify the risk, and with the help of checklist analysis, you are identifying the risk. Before starting the project, at the time of requirement, you have to make the project requirements in an order, means you have to make a checklist. Checklist analysis, if you make checklist while doing the project, first I have to start this, okay, after the completion of the phase, this phase I am going to start this phase, after the completion of this phase I will go for the next phase. So you have to make the checklist so that if there is any risk that is present in any phase, that can be identified easily. So this is the way you can identify them. Coming to the third one is qualitative risk analysis. If you want to make a quality product, For developing a quality product also have some risk will be available. So what are the qualitative risk analysis? The first thing is assess impact and likelihood of the identified risk. So the next, the risk urgency assessment. So this is about the qualitative risk analysis. So still we are having the 3 risk in project management. Just continue with the fourth one. Fourth one is quantitative risk analysis. It can be identified by data gathering. So how much data will be there to develop a project, that you can be done by direct or diagrammatic. With the help of diagrammatic, using some diagram like a UML diagram, you can measure the quantitative risk analysis, or you can measure directly, and probability distribution. Next, modeling technique. With the help of this, you can measure quantitative risk analysis that is present in risk project map. One is plan risk response. How it is going to be response the plan discussed once. The planned risk response, first it eliminate the threat before they happen. So before starting all, only you have to try to eliminate the threat so that it will decrease the impact of threat. Next, the negative risk or threat. It can be avoid, transfer, mitigate and accept. Next, the positive risk or opportunity. You have to be exploit, share and enhance. And final one is monitor and control risk. So here risk reassessment. How we are going to monitor and control risk with the help of risk reassessment. Risk reassessment means the schedule regularly to identify new risk. You always make some schedule so that you are going to identify any risk while you are doing the coding. Like that, so you have to always monitor by using real risk reassessment. Next, audit risk. Audit means examining the effectiveness of planned risk response, and trend analysis is going to monitor overall project management. So this is how we are going to monitor and control risk. At last, I conclude as Tom Clip said, if you don't actively attack the risk will actively attack you. Without risk, there is no reward. Thank you.